and welcome back to my channel. My name is Joyce and this is a Joyful Noise Creations. So to get started, in this video I'm just gonna be doing a simple journal with me. And initially I had a plan of showing you my intro page and like doing that with you guys on camera, but it was stressing me out. I ended up hating the spread, so I basically tore it out and started over. As of now, I still am yet to have an intro page, which isn't abnormal because in my other journal I also didn't have one for a while, but I just let the idea come to me. Right now I was planning on doing a simple one that I know I can finish today. All my supplies should be in the links down below in the description, and yeah, so let's get started. Let me show you the stuff that I have. Here's the stuff. I got the drink, and I'll show you how to take off this design too, because I love taking off designs off like cups. I have the wrapper. As you can see, it's been lived in, so I'll make sure to avoid those parts. And yeah, it should be a quick and easy one. Nothing too complicated, nothing too hard. It'll just show you my typical process of using junk to make a junk spread. Okay, starting off, I normally don't think too hard about it. I feel like if it has like a... Hold on, let me think. I was thinking either I can use the background wrapping on half a page or for both pages. But since I know this is clear, I don't want to like do the whole thing because it'll be too busy. So let me start cutting things up to fit so that I can be more confident of this decision. I'm not really sure what people say during these videos, so I guess I'm just gonna inquire more about you guys. As you can tell, I am well, I wouldn't say I'm purely junk journaling. I know some people say for it to be junk journaling, you have to use purely junk, but I feel like I could say I'm a scrap journaler. It's like a mix of both junk journaling and scrapbooking. I honestly don't feel like it needs to be that serious that we say what isn't. Well, that's an unpopular opinion, maybe. I don't know what to do. I wish this was smaller. But yeah, what do you guys do? Do you also junk journal and you're like watching me to see new ideas? Do you want to and you're not already? I, of course, will tell you you should definitely do it. I got started with it last year, as I mentioned in my first video, which if you haven't watched is like my flip through of my first journal. I felt like it was just a good way to do something that wasn't on my phone. I know the rage right now is like analog hobbies and stuff like that, which let me know what you think about that, because that makes no sense to me, because I feel like anything you do off your phone that's a hobby is already an analog hobby. But maybe I just don't understand the definition. Anyways, yeah, it was a good way to just have, I guess, an interest that is not on my phone. Right now I'm trying to limit the amount of bag I have in here, because I can already tell this is going to be a loud page in terms of like material noises. I just want to get what's necessary. And ooh, do I have? I may or may not have, but I just thought of the idea of maybe adding like, you know, those produce stickers that they normally have on fruits and vegetables. I can use the stuff that was like the ingredients in my smoothie. So now let's get to the good part. Let me move this out of the way so we can get to this. So you don't want to know how long I've kept this tub so I can do this. What normally I do is I get an X-Acto knife, and you don't want to go all the way in, and also it depends on like the material of the cup you're using. Hopefully it's like paper type, like I'm pretty sure this one is. And what you want to do is by putting tape, shipping tape, and then cutting around it and then peeling it off. Let me put a small section right here. Okay, now this is where voiceover Joyce is gonna take over, because this cup turned out to be the worst candidate to try this peeling off method that I was about to show you. So what instead I'm gonna do is walk you through a clip of me doing this method on a Dunkin' cup that turned out perfectly. By this point, I had already added the shipping tape on top of the design in the areas that I wanted to cut, and now I'm just using an X-Acto knife to outline the tape so that I could just start peeling off. And I just keep doing this all the way around the design until it fully comes off. And the great thing about having the tape is that it won't tear anywhere I don't want it to tear. So I just did this for every design I was able to on this Dunkin' cup. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to do it on this tropical cup, but I just still wanted to show you guys how to do it correctly if you're ever interested and you have the right cup. Now back to me being sad about the cup not working. No, it's foam all the way. Alright, I can't do that idea. It only works if the cup is paper. This is not paper, it's foam all the way through. It really felt like paper. They got me, they bamboozled me. But I guess we pivot. This is sometimes one of those moments you realize the junk is just junk. So, I'm wondering, sometimes I put the whole thing in and sometimes I break down what I got. But also while I'm at it, do I still really like a full page of that? Don't mind me, sometimes I do this so I can predict how it's gonna look without committing. And the trapping out. Did I take pictures? Ooh, maybe I can use my sprocket to print. Oh, but I'm recording on my phone. I guess I'll print pictures later. I just love the blue vibe. Or maybe I'll cut the frame out. I don't need to keep the whole thing. Oh, who's living in here? Okay, I'm gonna cut this over a trash can so I don't make a mess here. Okay, so I went ahead and like cleaned the inside of the bag so I don't get chips residue. Because one of my official, unofficial junk journaling rules is I will not put anything greasy in here because I do not want the smells and the bugs and whatever that could come. I already started cutting off some of the bag. I'm now realizing I might just take this half and make it look like it's laying flat. So it looks like that. Yes. I'm gonna miss the bottom half of the bag, but it's okay. I'm gonna keep that there. Okay, great. And I also want to keep those words here, but I feel like it's too much word. I think I'll save this for another spread. Yeah, then I'll have that there. Let me print my pictures and I'll be right back. Okay, and this is the final result. I'll put the actual picture on the side so you can see how it looks like. If you want me to do an even better explanation and compare to like printing on a printer, getting it from Walgreens, like your different options, let me know in the comments below. I don't mind doing that. And the good thing is the printing paper is also a sticker. So I'm just gonna start gluing stuff down. I'm happy with this. My very first spread in this journal and I like it. I like it a lot. All right, time to assemble. Okay, so I'm gonna let you guys finish watching this part here, but I did end up going back and changing the spread. As the days went by, I started to like slowly hate it because I thought it was too plain and not much was going on. So literally today, the day I'm uploading this video, I chose to take everything apart and start over. I was like, the sun is out, the conditions are perfect to do this again. And that goes to show that in junk journaling, it's also never done. You can always go back and change things as long as you didn't use like super strong glue, which thank goodness I didn't this first round. So now in this second round I've used stuff that will actually stick. Yeah, I like the second version better. I used an old calendar, and by old I mean January's picture. But let me know what you think. Which one do you like more, the first or the second version? Wow guys, we actually did it. Thank you so much for bearing with me in this video. It was my first make with me to film, and it was definitely a journey from basically doing the spread twice. Of course, there's also still room for me to change it up some more, but I do think it's done now. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe just so I can see you again and you can see me again. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!